All righty. Did we start a new problem yesterday or the other day? Or did we finish the last problem and I quit class? Which one did we do?
We finished one.
Okay, give me the last one that we did so I can determine where we are. Negative, it was negative, wasn't it?
Negative 5x plus
5x squared
5x squared minus 2x equals 4. And minus 4 equals 1.
minus 4. Hold on. Minus 4 is equal to 0. So that's what number I tell you that was?
I think he said an 8.
7 or 8? Okay. So let's change this. To a 7. Change this to a plus. And then we'll move on to number 8, 9, and 10, or 9 and 10. Oh my gosh, he put up another video with him singing.
He thinks he's good.
Maybe he's on medication.
It's coming from you. And what are we going to factor out? X squared plus what? 7/5 x plus blank is equal to negative 4 plus negative 5 times 1. 7/5 divided by 2 over 1 is equal to 7/5 multiplied by what? 1/2, which is equal to 7 over 10 squared, which is 49 over what? So that'll give us shortcut number 1, negative 5 times x plus 7/10 quantity squared is equal to, well, 5 will go into 100 how many times? 20. So 49 over 20, this is 80 over 20. So what is negative 80 over 20 plus negative 49 over 20. Negative 129 over 20. So, our y-intercept is equal to 0, 4. And our vertex is equal to negative 7/10 and negative 120 or positive 129 over 20. And our vertex form is f of x is equal to negative 5 x plus 7 over 10 quadrant squared plus 129 over 20. What does that negative 5 tells us? It tells us it's open and downward and it's compressed along the x-axis. Now solve for x.
Where did I get the what?
Well, it's 29 over 100.
The 5 times that, 5 and 20 cancel out.
Right here. Negative 5 over 1 times 49 over 100. That's what that is right there, right? And what happens to 5 and 100?
It looks like Louisiana. You know the good thing about this? Complete the square is not going to go away. And you're going to know it when you're in calculus.
Do we have x-intercept? Yes, we do. Why? That's not rhetorical, I'm asking y'all.
I'm catching up with you.
Okay.
The rest of y'all, speak up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still catching up.
Why do we have x-intercepts?
Because is it not a negative?
Negative over negative is a
Positive.
positive, so we have x-intercepts. Multiplied by negative 1 over 5, and that will give us positive 129 over 100. Take the square root of both sides. And that's going to give us x plus 7/10 is equal to square root of 129 over 10. X plus 7/10. Sorry. X is equal to square root of 129 minus 7 over 10. Now, the square root of 129, the square root of 125, I'm sorry, not 125. 144 is 12, 121 is 11, right? So 121 is 11, 144 is 12, halfway would be 11.5. So 121 to 44, what is that, 23? Half of 23 or half of 22 is 11.
11 points.
So that would be 131 right there, or 11 would be 132. I'm rounding. I want 129. So I'm gonna do it one more time. 11.25 is in the middle. And 121 to 132, I said was 11, half of 11 is 5. So that'd be 126. So 126 to 132 is 6. Half of 6 is 3. 129 is 11.75 or 11.8.
I think it'd be 125
So
and a half.
X is equal to, I'm not doing that. Positive or negative, I'm gonna say 11.8, but y'all check me. I think it's 11.7. Minus 7 over 10. So this is your answer, this is your answer, right in here. And 11.8 minus 7 is 4.8. 4.8 divided by 10, oh, that's real hard. You gotta move the decimal one place to the left. So that'd be what? 0.48. So x-intercepts 0.48 is one x-intercept. Negative 11.48 minus 7 is negative 18.8. Negative 18.8 divided by 10 is 1.18 negative. Somebody check it. Did anybody check the square root of 11 for me, or what? 129? 11 point what? I got something wrong. I got something really wrong. Oh, I thought this was 11.75. That's why I went for 11.8. It's 11.25. You said it was 0.4? That's what I did wrong. Okay, 11.4 minus 7 is 4.4, so that'd be 0.44. And negative 18.1.1 still be 1.18, wouldn't it? Negative 18.4. Negative 18.4. 1.84. All right, sketch it. Point 44 here. Negative 0.1. 0.4 is up here, and the negative 7/10 is this way, and 20 will go into 126 times, so that's 6 and something, so here. What'd you say?
Is a thing going to be with no actual numbers, so factors?
Say it one more time. I didn't understand
It's
the question.
going to be all fractions, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So this is probably 8. One of the things in all my algebra classes I make sure of is when you leave my algebra class, either you have refused to learn fractions or you have learned fractions. And I do that in all my algebra classes, all of them, including 155. So, because I do want people to be able to at least read the tape measure, or to be able to do fractions or to make changes. So that's the minimum requirements out of my class. So, does that fit what it looks like? -5, yes, it's open and downward, and it's very skinny. And the domain is all real numbers. The range is negative infinity up to negative 129 over 20. And the domain I said the all the numbers. Increasing from negative infinity to negative 7/10, decreasing from negative 7/10 to positive infinity.
So what was your other x-intercept? You got 0.44 and what's the
1.84.
1.44.
Yeah. Thanks to my sporadic pen and projector. 1.84.
Okay, so just making sure I got the math right here. It would have been the square root of 129 over 100 a positive minus 7/10, and then a negative square root of 129 over 100 minus 7/10. So we've done my two x-intercepts, right?
Positive square root of 129 minus 7 over 10. And negative square root of 129 minus 7 over 10. Well, anytime you take the square root, right here, you gotta have a positive and a negative number.
I guess I get confused when you got the 129 over 100 and then you drop it to a 10. That throws me off every time
That's
because
because you can put, if you've got everything under one radical, you can put one radical over 129, and another radical over 100. Will that happen every time? Yes, because what are you doing? You're completing the square. You're making that third number a perfect what? Which will make, most of the time, it'll make this number a perfect square in the denominator. So, very rarely, 20% of the problems you have, that'll be a radical, but you just rationalize it.
but I can just leave it like it is
Yeah,
and subtract 7/10 from it.
yes. But you need to do that, you have to take the square root of 100, which is 10. All right, so let's do it now.
Yeah, I always want to do the square root of both of them.
Yeah.
Because it throws me off to do
Well,
one
you
of them.
can, if you want to do it in your calculator, you can, but, or the 129, you can do it just like I did,
Yeah.
but make sure you can read your own writing.
Yeah, that's
I
what
thought that was 11.7. All right. One half x squared plus 4x minus 2 is equal to 0. Make that plus, no, make it a. All right, factor out that 1/2.
This is what they said was going to do that.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
Well, remember, I'm going to start you off simple so I can what?
Make
Keep you
fun
in
of
the
us.
stomach, when you get, confident.
It's so much fun doing problems like this. I think that it almost.
You're right.
It just seems gross.
Yeah. And at least you know what you're doing.
Whoa, now.
That's not gonna happen.
Maybe continue.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all all suck. How about that? All right, I'm gonna put 4, right about 1/2 right here, so y'all can do that in just a minute.
I can get that one really good.
Good,
And then
you quit.
I get wrong.
Well, 4 over 1 divided by 1 over 2
It's 2, right?
is equal to 2 over 1, which is equal to 8.
Yes.
Okay? So
Yeah.
that's 8.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna put this over 1 and do the inverse, and it's better work.
If you do everything the way you're supposed to, see what a lot of people do is half of 4, okay, but you're not
No,
multiplying
yeah.
half of 4.
That's what
You're
I started
dividing, factoring is dividing. So 4 over 1 divided by 1 over 2 is equal to 4 over 1 multiplied by 2 over 1, which is equal to 8.
Okay. Yeah, I see
I
that.
can't say that out from there.
Can't believe I got it.
So 1/2
Oh, gosh.
times x squared, what's half of 8?
4,
And 4 squared is?
6, 7.
So x plus 4, 1 squared is equal to, and 1/2, what's 1/2 times 16? And 8 plus 2? Finish it out.
That one.
Yeah, there's gonna be some weird twist like the end of the movie.
No,
Plot twist.
Yeah.
Vertex is -4, -10.
I always mess that up too, because I end
All you
up.
gotta do is take the opposite of both.
But on which side of it, when it's like that, you don't always pull it over and want to take it. Which
Well,
I
I
guess that
do
would
it
work.
before, I do the vertex before, and then I pull it over, and I do f of x, that way you don't get confused.
So if you pull it all over on one side, you leave it as it is for the y value.
Now you take the opposite of the horizontal shift, and then you take the vertical shift. If you're in the f of x form. That's why I do it the way that I do it.
You just-
In other words, I go over here,
and I say y-intercept is 0, -2. Vertex is -4, -10. And then f of x form is equal to 1/2 times x plus 4 minus 10. And that way you don't get yourself confused. You already got the vertex right there. You just write it in the form that they want.
Yeah.
Okay, divide by 1/2. Means you're gonna have x plus 4 squared is equal to what? 20. Take square root of both sides. X plus 4 is equal to positive or negative square root of 20. X is equal to positive or negative square root of 20 minus 4. No? Square root of 16 is what? 4. Square root of 25 is 5. 4.5 is in the middle. 16, 9, half of 9 is 4. 20.5 is 4.5, so I'm gonna say 4.4. And what's 4.4 minus 4?
0.4.
And negative 4.4 minus 4 is negative 8.4. So our x-intercepts are 0.4 and negative 8.4. 0.4, negative 8.4. Negative 0.4, negative 4, negative 10. And 0, negative 2.
This is the time.
No, this is about an 8 or 9. Yeah, this is an 8. We're going to do 9 next.
This is square root of 12. What did you come up with?
Between the square root of 16 and square root of 25.
47.
Flies off a little bit.
Then on the homework, they're like, graph it.
We did. Oh, well.
No, incorrect. It's not perfect. I've got like 4 of them on there that I've got half credit for because of my graph.
Well, we'll go over those. When I finish completing the square, I'll go over it with you. We'll go over it with the class. All right, y'all done this one? All right, I'm going to erase it. We're going to rewrite it. I'm going to change one digit. 1/2 x squared. What was it, minus or plus? Plus 3x. What was the next number? Minus 2.
Now we're gonna have a bunch of big math fractions.
Now you're going to have fractions, yeah.
This is like,
So you can quit.
I call this fraction boot camp.
Well, fraction and complete the square boot camp. You're going to thank me later on when you're in Calc 1 and you go, you know, we had to do this and we had to complete the square and I remembered everything you taught me. Or you're going to tell me you changed majors because you couldn't hack it in math.
Yeah, after seeing a couple of those probably on this, actually, I should have gone in nursing, like probably on this.
Yeah. That's why people go into underwater firefighting.
This is.
Other things. Yep.
Are you teaching, what's the max for 120?
This one is 111. You go into 111 after this.
Are you teaching that?
I teach it next semester. I
What is
signed
111 calculus?
trig and then calculus.
How,
And you know, once you get to calculus, there isn't any major pretty much that you can't go into.
Yeah, I have a cousin that can calculus. What is her name? She's tutoring me now. I worked with her last month.
She shouldn't be tutoring. She shouldn't be tutoring you in anything. You should know how to do it because I'm an excellent teacher
Well, you
and I
are,
have
but
videos. But no,
I
you just
know.
don't watch any of them. Okay, that's fine.
I did watch some of
It's
them.
an insult. That's okay.
She's just working.
What calculus is she in? First, second, or third?
She's a freshman at
I wonder who she has for calculus. I got 2 students out of Dr. Goodbody's calculus getting tutoring. Huh?
She is getting tutoring because there's some kind of thing that they offer at something that you can do that, what's it called? I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about.
And she had a test the next day and she was there. She looked to see if this class offered it, but this not offered for this class.
Well, tell her if she runs into trouble to call me because I already got 2 students out of the class because I think it's the same class. Because she said she was, the girl said she was lost and the guy said he was about to quit. And I tried to get him to go ahead and quit, but he
She
wouldn't.
changed her major to engineering. I can't remember what it was before, maybe architects or something else. She's going to engineering. She loves that.
Well, that's good.
So,
Well, the next class, the trig. What, I mean, is that like the trig that I could use, like survey? I mean,
First unit is all about what you
you
use. After
start with the
that,
basic sign. Really,
and after that, it's all identities.
So that'll be very helpful.
The first unit will be very helpful for you.
Because that's some of those things, I've done it a little, but it's never been made super clear.
Yeah.
You know? Some old timers like, it's simple.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not. It's like, hand me that bad plate.
Supplemental instruction, that's what she's doing.
What?
Supplemental instruction.
Well, tell her if she needs help to call, let me know. Give her my number. Because like I said, I've already got 2 out for class.
How much he charges in? You trade?
No. Up to a certain, like, up to college trig, I charge per hour a certain amount. But after college trig, which means calculus and WQ, I charge about $10 a day.
Because office hours and tutoring, you're basically the same thing, right?
Yeah, but office hours are free.
Yeah.
Tutoring is not.
Yeah, we're talking about outside class.
See, that's where you ask the question, why is she going to office hours? She's not going to office hours, probably because she don't understand the teacher.
My Skype and my school is amazing.
Um,
And I'm taking anatomy and physiology too.
No, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about your,
Her.
yeah, probably.
You don't have any office hours on Monday and Wednesdays, do you?
Oh, because I'm leaving right after I get through teaching. I get through at 2:30 and I don't have a lunch break.
Where your office
Monday,
hours?
Wednesday, I don't know. I only gave it to you on a sheet. I think I gave it to you first of the week, first of the semester. All right. What happens here? Well, we're gonna factor out a 1/2. I'll go ahead and do that. Find that sheet yet with my office hours on it. X squared plus 3 over 1 divided by 1 over 2 x plus y is equal to 2 plus 1/2 times 1. Now, you suck at factoring out. This is what you need to do. Until you get to a point that you don't need this, that's what you need to be doing. So 1/2 x squared plus 3 over 1 multiplied by 2 over 1 plus blank is equal to 2 plus 1/2 times blank. I'm being very generous.
Yeah, I like that. That helps.
It shouldn't come out.
No, I got it. Have
It's
you done
supposed
it?
to be another fraction.
Once you done it that first day, it's like, got it.
1/2
That part.
x squared plus what? 6 x plus blank. It's supposed to be another fraction. What's half of 6?
3.
3 squared? And finish it. Some of y'all act like y'all getting it. You should have done what? That's normal.
Easier than what we
I was about to say that's probably
That
common.
is normal. That's why they don't teach it in high school. And if they do teach it in high school, they only teach it to the ones that's in pre-calculus that know how to do. Good, we got another fraction. You know, when I was going to school, my dad was a big influencer. You could take that a positive way or a negative way. He was he influenced with iron hand. How about that? Y'all understand that?
Mhm.
But he also said that I never
one day I would understand why he wanted me to take first. He said, I just want you to take first semester calculus. He said, once you get this first semester calculus, you can do whatever you want to. Well, the reason he said that is because once I got the first semester calculus, I started to understand all the algebra before it. And I understood a lot of the mathematics before calculus. Then after I took calculus, I finally found out that there isn't any major you can't go into with first semester, third semester, second semester calculus. In other words, I can go into underwater firefighting, they'll take it. I can go into architecture, they'll take it. I can go into engineering, I can go into history, I can go into anything. They see that first semester calculus, okay, you're done. You don't need any more math. Whereas if you take underwater firefighting math, it's not good for nothing. That's why a lot of students take probability and statistics their senior year of high school, and they keep taking probability and statistics, and then when they change their major to something they want to do, they can't do it, or they have to retake several classes because they took underwater firefighting math. And I found that out early. But you could do underwater firefighting and then not get a job because there is no underwater firefighting. And then you'll have $150,000 worth of student loans that you can't pay off because you have no job because you picked the underwater firefighting degree.
Obama, help me.
Yeah, and then you holler for everybody to help you because you picked you want to say it?
Stupid profession.
Exactly.
And degree.
My degree is in female trims.
I mean, if nobody's figured it out yet, money is in math. I mean, that's what it's at. It is. You look at, I mean, my wife's family, they're all like, oh, we went for history and all. It's like, and the only thing it's good for is to go to a university.
Or to teach.
Yeah, it's like, go make some real money with that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get out of the academia. It's like, you know, the dog chasing its tail.
Unless you play politics, like I don't, and I teach for the rest of my life, which I'm fine with that because every semester I'm very happy with going to work.
No, we gotta have people like you so that we will go be engineers. That's the truth.
Well,
Hey,
I
you're
know I get
contributing.
up and I love my job, and not many people can say that.
No, what you teach has real value.
Equals 18 over 2.
No, you're Van Gogh painting a painting. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, you got to be rounded, so when you go to receptions and you walk around with finger foods and a glass of wine, you can talk about stuff like that. And you'll laugh, but that's what that's for. That's what all of that stuff is for.
And Hubert's trying to get change from somebody.
Yeah.
That's talking about that. It's like, you don't know change.
Let me see your manager.
Yeah.
I'd like to speak to the manager. You're the manager here. You need to get this girl or this person off the cash register because she's probably costing you money. X plus 3, quantity squared, is equal to 27 over 2. And now you have what you need for your vertex. So your y-intercept is it negative 2? Your vertex is negative 3, negative 27 over 2. F of x is equal to 1/2 times x plus 3 quantity squared equals minus 27 halves. Yes.
How did you get 18 over 2? Wouldn't that be?
I'm sorry.
I was about to say, I was like, well, how did I
Why
miss
do y'all do that? One person finds a mistake, another person, I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Because we're so unsure of ourselves. I mean, it's like speaking up to the drill sergeant. Look now.
It's 13.
Sorry, I was doing the other 9. I was multiplying by this 9. Sorry. 1 will go into 2. How many times?
2.
2 times 2 is, thank you.
So that's 4 plus 9 is 13 over 2. Thank you. All right, now, divide by 1/2. Divide by 1/2. X plus 3, quantity squared, is equal to 13 over 2 times 2 over 1. And the 2's do what? Cancel. X plus 3. So X squared is equal to 13. And you see these two parts right here. Let me take my handy dandy highlighter. And I'm going to highlight these two parts. And I want you to highlight them. That part, this part, and this part. You know why people miss these? You might think because they don't know how to do fractions. No, that's not it. What? They don't write it out, they do it in their head. Let me give y'all an example. If you have two problems and you try to do it in your head and you get them wrong, that means you can't do it in your head. So you need to what? Write it out. Now the hardest people to tell that to is adult males. Males. Okay, that's the hardest ones to tell it to. Because adult males do not need what? Directions. And if they don't need directions, they don't need me telling them how to do their math. So I'm just telling you, the ones that don't listen are the adult males. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, the square root.
Your vertex changed, right?
Yeah, of course.
I just wanted to say that before we got started.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, what would have told me that? The sketch would have told me that.
Yeah, because I looked at mine and I was like, oh, what am I doing?
Okay, so the square root, both sides, is x plus 3 is equal to, well, the square root of 13, square root of 16 is 4. So I'm going to say it's 3.7. What is it?
368.
3.6. So x is equal to positive or negative 3.6 minus 3. What's 3.6 minus 3?
0.6.
That's one x-intercept. And you owe somebody $3.60. You owe them $3. You owe $6.60. So your sketch, 0, -2, -3, negative, what, 6? 0.6 and 6.6. And that's the number 9 that didn't do what I wanted it to do. So, but you also, besides ignoring these two, okay, these 3 sections of highlight are the ones that screw up most students. So, and most of the time, I will pretty much guarantee it, most of the time when a student raises their hand and says, I'm having a problem, most of the time it'll be one of these 3 sections because they're not, as Ms. Stace said, they're not writing it out. They're trying to do it in their head, or they're not, or they do this. They go 1/2 times x squared plus 3x, and they're sitting there like, I don't know how to do 3 divided by 1/2. They haven't written anything down.
They haven't even done this, 3 divided by 1/2. They haven't even done that, they're just sitting there like this.
Then they go 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah. 3.5, got it.
All right, so let's do a number 10. Or a easy number 10.
See, the game keeps changing. It's not a 10, it's an easy 10,
Well,
medium 10, hard 10.
There's a couple of 10s that we're gonna do 2 of them.
And there's 11 that makes you kill yourself.
Negatives, or let's do 2/3. 2/3
Ugh.
x squared minus 1/3 x minus 2 is equal to 0.
Should I do it?
Yep, somebody done quit. I don't know, they might have just quit school.
This is lovely.
Hmm?
This is lovely.
Now, somebody that takes good notes, not crappy notes, to look back and see how many problems we have done in the last 3 days. I think it'll be close to 10 to 15 problems. I think it's around 13. But just look and see right quick. Entertain me, please. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
That's 13.
Yeah, so about 14. And I guarantee you, 80% of you, maybe more, I don't think less, probably are going, you know, this isn't that bad. And it's not. If you really think about it, besides the shortcuts and actually completing the square, this math is what? 7th grade and below. Well, it's not that bad.
This is when I had more trouble in chapter 2. Yeah.
Yeah. 2/3 times x squared. Well, we got to do our handy dandy. I'm going to go down here at the bottom. And I'm going to do 1/2 divided by 2/1 raised to the second power. 1/2 multiplied by 1/2 raised to the second power, which is equal to 1/4 raised to the second power, which is equal to what? And again, take our highlighters out. This right here, well, we can continue it with this. And this right here. People raise their hands. Hubert, come help me. I'm lost. I go to their paper and I look. Do they have this written down? Nope.
Yeah, I wrote
Do
that.
they have this written down? Nope, because they don't have this written down. And then they don't have this written down. All they're doing is staring at it and going, I don't know how to do fractions. You got to meet me what? Thank you. Your parents did good. So, minus 1/2 x plus what? 1/16 equals 2 plus 2/3 times what? 1/16. And that's going to give you 2/3 times x minus 1/4 quantity squared equals 2/1 plus 2/3 times 1/16. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight this also, because the people that really suck at fractions, they won't go from this step right here to this step because it's beneath them to write out the steps. They would rather get it wrong than to write out the steps. Okay, I need to throw out the note. Please don't raise your hand and say, you're talking about me. I don't know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about students in general, not just this class.
I think everybody knows you're talking about me.
Oh, is that what? Okay, well, yeah, I sit at home and try to think about how I can talk about you. 2/1 plus, and what happens to that 2 and that 16? That'd be a what? An 8? So it's really 1/3 times 1/8, which is 1/what? 1/24.
Okay, I'm officially lost.
2/3 x minus 1/4 quantity squared is equal to it'll be
Oh, gosh.
48/24 plus 1/24. Let y'all, now I did do a lot of steps in there because I wanted to show you that this is doable if you write down what? The steps. If you're one of these people that try to do all of these steps between the blue lines of your paper, you're not going to get it right. And you're going to moan and complain about what? Not being able to do that.
What's a hard?
What?
What's a hard?
I'm sorry, what?
What is a hard?
Just bigger fractions. That's it. All three terms being fractions.
All
Yeah.
fractions can be reduced.
Hmm?
A lot of fractions.
Yeah, they can. And more negatives and more fractions. So 2/3. Four times, maybe it'll work. And red dot just stays there. X minus 1/4 quantity squared is equal to 49 over 24. And now we've got our vertex. So our y-intercept is 0, -2. Our vertex is 1/4, comma, -49 over 24. F of x is equal to 2/3 times x minus 1/4 quantity squared minus 49 over 24. Divide by 2/3. Divide by 2/3. X minus 1/4 quantity squared is equal to 49 over 24 multiplied by 3 over 2. Well, that 3 and that 24 will go out. So you're left with 49 over what, 16? Oh my, guess what 49 over 16 is? Perfect what? God, this amazes me how every time we do complete the square, it comes out with all these squares. Oh, that could be a trend. So now take the square root. X is equal, or x minus 1/4 is equal to positive or negative 7 over what? 4. And bring the 1/4 over. So, what's 7 plus 1? That's rhetorical. I mean, it's not rhetorical. 7 plus 1 over 4. It's 2, Hubert. Thank you, class. What's -7 plus 4? -6. -7 plus 1. Okay, read this. -7 plus 1. Okay. -6 would be -3/2. The teacher's on medication. You need to just go with what it says. Okay. And there's your x-intercept.
I'm still chugging fractions.
You still what?
Chugging fractions.
Okay, there you go. Okay, who's got questions? Now, yes, I did expand that out, and I did write every single step, but there was a reason I did it. It is doable. You just have to write the steps.
Okay.
Now, on a test or in a calculus class, will you get one as bad as this? Probably not. In a calculus class, you'll probably get one up to a 5, maybe a 6. Very rarely will you get one of these. But the whole point is, if you're going to be an engineer, I want you to be able to do fractions. Yes, exactly. Now, if I gave you one of the number 3s or number 4s, you'd do it without any problem.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your question?
You ultimately, when you worked it out, you got answered 1/16.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess I'm just confused what you put in here when you reduced it down to the, I don't know what that is.
Whereabouts?
There on the left.
Okay. Right here?
Yeah, that. Okay, you got that.
Right here?
So, yeah, well, on the left.
Right here.
What did you put in for your square? You got that as x minus 1/4, is that right? When you took
Yeah,
the
1/2 divided by 2 is right there. Okay?
You're talking about,
B divided by 2 and squared. That's how you complete the square.
yeah, I got that. But what did you ultimately use for your, I guess the next step over, yeah,
Right here?
Yeah. You got 1/4.
Took the square root of this term, square root of this term, A, B, A minus B, quantity squared.
Okay. I just got myself all mixed up.
Yeah. Let me find a place to write it.
F of x is equal to 2/3, 2/3 x minus 1/4 quantity squared minus 49 over. Is that what you're asking? And then, of course, if you want to draw it out, 2 negative 1.5. Y-intercept is 0, -2. And 1/4 -2.
All right, I'm gonna give you a couple that would be number 10s, and you can work on them, and then we'll work on them if you can't get them. Huh? I know, I gotta get the roll.
So I'm just gonna give you these two for homework. -1/3 x squared minus 2/3 x plus 4 is equal to 0. And then the final one would be 3/5 x squared minus 2/3 x plus 1/4 is equal to 0.
I can do that on my head.
Well, yeah, man, do it between the 2 lines in notebook paper, like some people try to do.
Yeah. No, I've done a page of every problem. That's the
That's
easiest way.
half the page to the page is what's normal.
Yeah, I got plenty of space, but that leaves room to work.
I'm gonna call the roll right quick, because I gotta need to get back in the habit of doing that. Somebody's throwing stuff. I'll tell you what.